What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is August 13, 2023. And here to talk about the tire shop business. And here we go. A viewer of mine asked me what to look for and what to ask when it comes to the old tire shop owner when it comes to buying a tire shop. So he asked, what do I look for and what do I ask the old owner? When it comes to asking the old owner, it's more like if you're police and you're gonna have questioning the people around that maybe saw something or what they heard. It's gonna be kind of like that. I mean, there's no film, right? There's no one filming. So they get to the crime scene and they're asking people, what did you see? What did you hear? And you kind of gotta go off of what they say, kind of. But, you know, people can be lying. So it's kind of like that. You gotta kind of treat it like that. Maybe they're telling the truth. Most likely they are, but maybe they're lying in some things, right? So you can't really go based off the owner because of that reason it can be like that. So here's another one. So the reason you would even ask them, right? Because most tire shop owners, they don't keep good records. Like they pretty much do a lot of cash transactions, and they don't report them in their taxes. They don't report them in their books. Again, this is most tire shops, and when it comes down to, you know, selling it, buying one, you can't really go based on that. The income is gonna be more than that what they're reporting. And which is fine. So you got to do your own investigation. And so you got to think, when someone's selling the tire shop, they're gonna want it to look as best as they can to get top dollar. And unless they don't want a lot, unless they want like a little bit of money for it, then it's like, then your investigation is kind of like, it's not really gonna be a hard one, not that difficult, right? Because it's like, all right, well, if I'm paying a little bit, well, it's kind of like starting from scratch. But when it comes to, like, you know, you're gonna do like a good purchase and there's value in it, then it's like, all right, well, let me look it up. Let me see what I can find, right? When it comes to the value. So again, most people are gonna be making their business look very nice. I would like if I was trying to sell my shop, I would try to like buy as much tires as I can, fill it all up with new ones, used ones. I mean, dress it all up and then get top dollar for it, right? You should be doing that anyways as a tire shop business, but you know, that would be the mindset, right? Make it as nice as possible. Fill it up with as much tires as possible, right? So, yeah, so the viewer is like, man, I'm about to make a big purchase, and I want to make sure it's worth it. Like, is it profitable? You know? Is it worth it? I also want to do mechanic on the side. And what do I do? What do I ask? So I'm like, well, when it comes to the tire shop owner, asking them, just, you know, all tire shop owners, you know, that I know, we always think about per day, how much we make per day. So you can just start with that. Like, I mean, I know everybody's different, but you're gonna be asking, okay, well, how much you make per day, right? That'll be like my number one question. How much you make per day? Like sales, just gross. right? Not even that, just gross. And see what they say. Again, it's kind of like a police investigation, right? But more importantly, I would go down to the tire shop on one of their slowest days and see if there's any customers. So not go on a Saturday when it's all super busy, not go on a Sunday when it's super busy, but I would say like going like on a Wednesday or Thursday midday and see what kind of traffic they get. And if they have some movement, then it's good. Like some, not, it doesn't have to be crazy busy, of course, like, because it's gonna be on the slowest day. And just some kind of movement, like some cars coming in, some patches, maybe like a sale here and there. Then that means it's good, because that's gonna be the slowest times. So I would look for like patches here and there, and like one or two sales of tires here and there. And that's fine, like just a little bit of movement, right? During those times. That means every other time you go, or whenever it is, it's gonna be even better than that. Now, if you go and there's like no movement at all, no sales, like nothing, it's just like dead. I don't know, maybe go 2 days, maybe go on a Wednesday and a Thursday, and then see how that is, and see if it's super slow again. Then it's like, man, this tire shop don't got any value, man. It's like there's no customers. And so that you can go and think about like if you're gonna purchase it or negotiate on the price. And so the biggest indicator, the best way you're gonna know if it's a good business or not, is by looking at their inventory, because that's 100% the truth. So here we go. So the inventory, right? If they have a lot of good sizes and good tread life tires when it comes to the used ones, then that's proof in the pudding, because good sizes and good tires, like good sizes and good quality tires, are always gonna sell. Like the customers are always gonna find you wherever you're at. Even if your shop is hidden, the customers are gonna find you. They're gonna be there and they're gonna sell. So that means that if there is inventory there, then that means it moves. Like inventory cannot be stagnant like that. Like you can't have like a bunch of badass freaking tires, quality brands and all that, and not be moving. I'm talking about the used ones. Like if it's a storefront tire shop and you have good quality tires, those motherfuckers are selling, I'll tell you that. And so if they're selling, then that means the owner can afford to buy more, and they're gonna have a lot of it. So it's gonna be kind of hard for the new guy that doesn't know the good sizes. This should be done by somebody that is already like in the tire shop, like they're an employee by, another tire shop. They work for another tire shop. They probably own another tire shop. Something like that. That they have experience in the good sizes, like the low Pro 20s. Like I don't know if they do all-terrain tires, like the lifted truck tires. The basic ones, the commercial ones, the 19.5s, semi-truck tires. So if you're in the business, you know what are good sizes, what are the good quality tires, and you know which ones are going to sell, and you know which ones are not going to sell. Let's say 245, 75, 22.5. They're like, oh yeah, I got some good ones, check it out. If you don't know any better, you're gonna look at those like, oh hell yeah, fuck yeah, But if you go to the tire shop and you see those and you're like, so what? Those suck. Like those are not gonna make you money. You know what I mean? You gotta have some things that move. 265, 70, 19 and a half. You're gonna see those brand new right there. Like you're like, oh shit, like, you know, if you know, you'll be like, you know, those things suck. You know, let me see the 225s, right? Where the 225s at? Let me see the quality of those. Let me see the quality of the 245 70s. Let me see the quality of like 225 60 17s, 225 65 17s. You know, let me see those used ones. So if they have good stuff, good tires like that, then that means it's a very profitable tire shop, just by looking at the damn inventory. And this is just by the used ones. Now the new ones, and then you're gonna be looking for like sets of 4 of like good sizes. It doesn't have to be the best brands, but it's gotta be good sizes. So if you have like 205 65 205 65 15s, like sets of 4, like a set of 4, let's just say. Every size, like 195 65 15, a set of 4. Like 185 65 14, like a set of 4. Like all the common stuff, right? That's all the common stuff. And then the uncommon stuff that makes you money. The 225 70 19 5s. You have like at least a set of 4 or 6. All the LTs, like the 225 75 16, 215 85 16, 235 85 16, 215 85 16, you know, like those sizes. Do we have like sets of 6, right? Like everything uniform, like at least like enough for like, if a truck's gonna come in, you have enough for like 1 truck, right? At least. So that means if you sell the truck, sell the tires to the truck, that means you can buy more. So yeah, so pretty much, you know, you gotta have for sure 100%. 100% minimum, you gotta have the basic tires. The ones that move a lot. The 205 55 16s. You know, the 215 60 16s. The 215 55 17s. You gotta have like those for sure 100%. And then if you have extra ones like that have the uncommon ones that move, again, like 275 55 20s, 265 70 17s, you know, like those kind of tires that, you know, they're out there but they just move slower, right? So then they have those, and then they have the uncommon stuff like that's very profitable, like again the 225 70 19 5s, the LTs, right? If they have that with the used tires, the good quality stuff, then you got a good, solid, strong business. Plus, you can be able to go back and during the week and see if they have traffic, if they have customers. You know, those are the indicators of a busy tire shop, of a good tire shop. If they don't have that, then you're not looking at a successful, like, busy tire shop. You're gonna be looking like at either a starter tire shop that just started probably like a year ago or something, that they're just barely building up inventory, barely building up customers. But, you know, in this case, you know, the tire shop was there 15 years. You know, 15 years is already a long time. Like, it's like, I know tire shops very good, and by knowing 15 years in the business, and if you're not successful, it's either owned like by I'm not being, you know, weird about things and shit, but like, let's say like a older Mexican man, paisa, right? That just doesn't know any better, and that was bad with his money, that you know, like, and is selling his business. So like, I know a lot of those, they have a pretty decent location, but it's like, it's not worth much. Like, you look at their inventory, and it's like, they have new ones, but they're like all singles. You look at their used ones, and they're like all bald, and like little, not that many, and they're just like low quality pretty much. No sets, no pairs, you know? Like that kind of business, you can't pay much for it. You could pay something for it because they have the compressor, they got the machines, you got the tools, they got some customers. Even though they have decent amount of customers, it's still not a business though. You know what I mean? It's still like, if they're like hustling, like let's just say like this man would like get customers, and then like they're like, all right, well, let me go get the tires, and then they'll have to like run to like the wholesale like used tire place around the corner and go get the tires and then bring them back and then install them on the customer's car. And it's just for used tires, by the way. I mean, I know the business. I see it all the time and shit. Like, man, you're not gonna make money like that. You know what I mean? That means like the guy didn't have money. He's just like spending money on other things, not on the business. And it's like, yeah, the customers are there, but man, he had to like work a lot. And so like, if you have to work too much if you have to work too hard for the customer, like just to do a sale, you got to do all that stuff. It's like you're not making money, because it's like you got to go now, like go back and buy, and you're gonna come back. Although the cash is coming in during the day, it's not being efficient. So if you're not being efficient, it's like it's costing you too much. It's costing you too much time. It's costing you too much gas. So there's like no money being made. It's like you're barely making like minimum wage type of money. You know what I mean? And so like that's a business you can buy, but for cheap, just like paying up for like the equipment, and that's it. Get in for him to leave. You can change the name. You can keep the phone number or change the phone number, whatever it is. But that's not gonna be a business you can pay a lot for. Like, let's say that these people are asking for like 100 grand or something, right? Then that's a whole nother business. Now you gotta be looking like at, you know, that business is being profitable every single day. Every single day they're making money on that thing, like good money too. It's like, you know, to be paying that much for a tire shop, it's like, I don't know, you gotta be making at least, you know, one, like, profit, in my opinion, at least 100 grand a day, like 100 grand a year. 100 grand a year. So now you gotta be looking for these things. See, like, do they have this kind of sizes, right? Like, I'm just passing by. 235, 40, 18. 255, 35, 18. 225, 40, 18. You know, like, what's their system? How are they getting the tires? How often are they getting the tires? So another thing, they're not gonna be like low inventory and being like, oh yeah, we're taking all the stuff out because we're moving or we're closing down the business, so we stop buying. It ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna be selling our inventory, not buy inventory while we sell the business. It's gonna be backwards. It's gonna be like, we're buying extra inventory because we're selling the business so I can fluff it up and make it nice. And if that's the case, then it's like, first of all, it is a good business because they have the money to do that. I'll tell you right now, if that tire shop was not successful, then they wouldn't have the money to do that. It's very rare that somebody that has a lot of money is gonna come into a small business, a small tire shop, storefront, and make money in this business and then sell it. Like, it happens. I've seen it, but it's very, very rare. Like that happens. Like, oh, a guy has a lot of money. He gets a tire shop. He wants to run it, and he works it for a year, and doesn't know what he's doing. He's gonna sell it, so he fluffs it up with tires, right? That's very, very, very rare. But you can tell when it comes to like, okay, now you're gonna go check for the traffic when you go on a Wednesday or Thursday during the day. Like, if you're there like 2 hours, that's good enough. Like I don't know, midday Wednesday, midday Thursday, right? And if they're closed on Thursdays, like a lot of ones are, the ones I know of, right? They go on a Tuesday and Wednesday, and then see their traffic, their business. So again, if they're good, then they're gonna be making some money. They're gonna be closing sales, especially on the Tuesday. If you go on the Tuesday, there should be more business than on a Thursday. But that's gonna be it, man. I mean, that's gonna be your best bet doing this. There ain't gonna be another way. I mean, you can look at their books, but it can be, you know, not reporting a lot of things. Like, again, it's a lot of cash in this business. So this business, a lot of them don't do it the right way, right? And so, like, so you're gonna have to go on those indicators I just explained. If there's a lot of if there's a lot of money to be made, it's gonna show that way. So a lot of used tire inventory, good quality sizes, and the new ones, like I explained how they were. And if you go to the tire shop, there's a lot of like junk ones. They could be a lot of junk tires, like low tread stuff, along with there's a whole bunch of tires, like a massive amount of tires, kind of like this amount, like what I have. If there's this amount of tires and there's like trash ones in there, then that's fine. But if there's a lot of trash ones and there's not a lot of tires like this, like there's a low amount of tires when it comes to the used I'm talking about, and there's a lot of like low junk ones, and that's a bad business. Like, it's like they're not making a lot of money there. It's just they're making minimum wage type of money. Yeah, they're making money, but it's minimum wage, which is not what you're trying to make, right? You're trying to be making, like, you know, at least over 100K when it comes to profit. So to do that, you got to be making like, I don't know, 400,000 a year just to get to 100K for yourself. But and it's not gonna show in the books. Again, you got to find it some other way. You got to find it this way. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, Mamba out.